In this video, we take you on a journey back to the 1940s, Hollywood's most glamorous decade, to remember iconic movie stars who defined an era, shaped cinema, and left unforgettable marks on the world. So sit back, relax, and discover the stars who made the 40s shine. John Garfield brought raw, rebellious energy to 1940s cinema, burning bright before his untimely passing at just 39. Humphrey Bogart defined cool with a cigarette and a stare, becoming a noir legend whose impact still echoes long after his 57-year run. Tyrone Power dazzled audiences with swashbuckling charm and matinee idol looks, leaving a legacy that outshined his short 44 years. Ronald Colman lent sophistication and a velvety voice to Hollywood, gracing the screen with British elegance until his death at 67. Errol Flynn was the silver screen's ultimate adventurer, a charming rogue whose real-life drama rivaled his films before his final bow at 50. Clark Gable ruled the golden age with effortless charm, earning the title King of Hollywood before exiting the stage at 59. Gary Cooper was the strong, silent hero America admired, leaving a quiet yet lasting legacy when he passed at 60. Alan Ladd brought a brooding intensity to the screen, especially in film noir, before his light dimmed too early at 50. Spencer Tracy delivered powerhouse performances with a natural ease that made him a giant of cinema until his death at 67. Vivien Leigh mesmerized the world as Scarlett O'Hara, a role as fiery as her spirit, before fading too soon at 53. And Sheridan was Hollywood's oomph girl, a wartime favorite whose bold beauty and sass lived on past her 51 years. Judy Garland sang her way into hearts with Over the Rainbow, but the storm of stardom took her at just 47. Van Heflin was the dependable everyman of the silver screen, leaving a quietly powerful mark before bowing out at 63. Veronica Lake became a 1940s icon with her peek-a-boo hairstyle, but the mystery lingered long after her death at 50. Betty Grable danced her way into WWII hearts with famous legs and dazzling smiles, passing the torch at 56. Edward G. Robinson gave gangsters their swagger and gravitas, living a long cinematic life until age 79. Rosalind Russell lit up the screen with wit and elegance, especially in fast-talking comedies, before bidding farewell at 69. Joan Crawford reinvented herself again and again, becoming a Hollywood titan who remained fierce until her passing at 73. Bing Crosby crooned his way into American hearts, becoming the voice of a generation before leaving us at 74. Charles Boyer brought continental charm and romantic mystery to the screen, captivating audiences until his 78th year. John Wayne defined rugged American masculinity, riding tall in the saddle until his final curtain call at 72. George Raft danced, smirked, and swaggered through gangster roles, living a dramatic life on and off screen until 79. William Holden was the golden boy of post-war Hollywood, delivering grit and glamour until his untimely death at 63. Ingrid Bergman was radiant and regal, a global star who bridged continents and hearts before passing at 67. Henry Fonda brought quiet strength and moral clarity to his roles, remaining a cinematic rock until his death at 77. David Niven charmed with wit and elegance, proving that a gentleman could also steal the show, right up to age 73. Walter Pidgeon played noble leaders and steadfast men, leaving a towering legacy that spanned until age 87. Orson Welles shattered storytelling boundaries with Citizen Kane, leaving cinema forever changed before his exit at 70. Cary Grant embodied debonair sophistication and screwball charm, living stylishly on and off screen until 82. James Cagney danced and slugged his way into stardom, proving gangsters could tap dance their way to 86. Donna Reed was the girl next door America adored, her warm presence lasting until her final curtain call at 64. Ray Milland dazzled in dramas and thrillers alike, even winning an Oscar before bowing out at 79. Rita Hayworth became the ultimate 1940s screen siren, her sultry beauty unmatched until her death at 68. Fred Astaire redefined grace in motion, floating across the silver screen for decades before his final bow at 88. Bette Davis delivered fierce, unforgettable performances with eyes that could kill. Her fire burned brightly to 81. Barbara Stanwyck mastered film noir and drama with a steely edge, commanding respect until her passing at 82. Ava Gardner was the very picture of old Hollywood glamour, turning heads and breaking hearts until 67. Joan Bennett transitioned from ingenue to femme fatale, her versatility shining through until her graceful farewell at 80. Irene Dunne brought grace and quiet strength to both comedy and drama, remaining a class act until her passing at 91. Paulette Goddard sparkled in Chaplin films and beyond, her wit and charm lighting up screens until age 79. Joel McCrea stood tall as a Western hero and romantic lead, riding strong all the way to 84. Gene Tierney was hauntingly beautiful on screen, captivating audiences with elegance and mystery until her death at 70. Jean Arthur gave voice to independent women with a quirky spark, remaining unforgettable even at 90. Dana Andrews carried emotional weight in post-war dramas, his quiet intensity enduring through 83 years. Myrna Loy reigned as Hollywood's ideal woman, witty, intelligent, and radiant until her graceful exit at 88. Burt Lancaster leapt from circus acrobat to screen powerhouse, building a legacy of bold roles before his final bow at 80. Joseph Cotten lent cool sophistication to thrillers and dramas alike, delivering class until age 88. Ginger Rogers danced her way into film history with elegance and flair, leaving a golden legacy at 83. Lana Turner was the ultimate blonde bombshell of the 40s, her star power lasting until her passing at 74. Claudette Colbert blended elegance with screwball comedy brilliance, her charm enduring until age 92. Greer Garson inspired wartime audiences with grace and strength, shining all the way to 91. Gene Kelly made dancing masculine and magical, spinning and leaping into film legend until 83. Dorothy Lamour turned sarongs and tropical flair into stardom, serenading audiences until her passing at 81. James Stewart brought heart and honesty to every role, becoming America's everyman until the age of 89. Robert Mitchum mastered cool detachment and film noir grit, carving out a tough legacy that lasted until 79. Hedy Lamarr stunned as a screen siren and dazzled as an inventor, her brilliance shining until 85. Katharine Hepburn reigned with fierce independence and unmatched talent, her remarkable journey lasting 96 years. Gregory Peck defined dignity and quiet strength, especially as Atticus Finch, until his final bow at 87. Bob Hope delivered laughs across decades and continents, living a full century as comedy royalty. Teresa Wright brought sincerity and intelligence to the screen, leaving a quiet but lasting mark until 86. Glenn Ford brought quiet intensity and everyman grit to his roles, commanding the screen until the age of 90. Deborah Kerr lit up dramas and romances alike with poise and depth, captivating audiences until she was 86. Jane Wyman gave powerhouse performances with quiet emotion, leaving a lasting impression until age 90. Sid Charisse danced with unmatched elegance, her legs and grace making movie history until she reached 86. Celeste Holm added wit and warmth to classic films, charming audiences well into her 95th year. Joan Fontaine portrayed vulnerability with subtle strength, winning hearts and an Oscar before passing at 96. Esther Williams turned swimming into a Hollywood spectacle, making waves on screen all the way to 91. Lauren Bacall defined cool sophistication and smoky allure, captivating right up to her final bow at 89. Mickey Rooney grew up on screen with endless energy and talent, performing through an astonishing 93 years. Maureen O'Hara blazed with fiery spirit and Irish charm, leaving cinema with a legacy as vibrant as her red hair at 95. Thank you for joining us in honoring the legends of the 1940s. If their stories moved you, don't forget to like, comment, and share this tribute so their light can keep shining for generations to come.